Hello, Year 6. This is your afternoon lesson for Tuesday afternoon. It's all about social media, and it follows on from last week's lesson about sleep. This is about free time and a good balance between social media and other activities. Again, it's provided by the NHS. The reason we're doing this today is because today is it's February the 9th, it's Safer Internet Day. So it's a day to sort of think about your use of the internet and how you keep yourself safe online. If you go to our school website, there is a section on internet safety and there are resources there. There is a PowerPoint, but there's also a short film about how to keep safe online. So have a look at all of those resources, probably with an adult, because some of the information is really useful for your parents as well as you. Okay, so I'm going to share with you this PowerPoint and we're going to go through it. You'll need a pen and paper. So can you go and grab something now and stop the video if you haven't got a pen and paper. Okay, so this is called social media. What are we learning? The learning objectives today. We're exploring what well-being and social media mean and thinking about actions young people can take to look after their well-being both online and offline, including social media. Now, I know a lot of you are on social media and we used to have a battle every year with year 6s and 5s actually about social media, because actually you shouldn't really be on it until you're 13. But really, you kind of accept that children are on it, but you have to realize that you're in an adult kind of environment when you're online. So you have to be a little bit more grown up than you normally would about your safety. Okay, the learning outcomes for today. We will be able to state what well-being and social media mean, describe actions a young person can take to look after their well-being with a balance of online and offline activities, and evaluate the positives and negatives of social media. So this is the key vocabulary we'll be using today. Social media, by that we mean WhatsApp, Facebook, all of the ways you communicate with your friends and online. Online, offline, well-being, individual, community, limits, which means not too much, so having screen limits, things like that, restrictions, actions, messaging, positive and negative. So that's your key vocabulary for this session. Okay, so doodles. These 3 icons show things that a year 6 pupil might enjoy doing. Can you guess what they are? So have a look at those 3 activities. Can you guess what they are? We'll reveal them in a moment. Let's have a look. So I'm just guessing that you all know what that is. Okay, so year 6 a pupil might enjoy some dancing, skateboarding. I know some of you enjoy skateboarding, and baking, something that a lot of you have got into over the course of the lockdowns we've been having. Is people have been doing a lot more baking, which is great. Now your challenge, hopefully you've got a pen and paper by now, is to draw your own doodle. So draw a doodle for an activity and see, it says, can you guess, swap with a partner, maybe get somebody at home to have a look at that and see if they can guess what activities you drew. So stop the video while you do that, please. Okay, a little bit like last Tuesday's lesson all about sleep. This is where we assess how confident we are at the beginning of the session, and then we'll do this again at the end to see if you've improved in confidence in these things. So how confident are you in stating what well-being and social media mean, describing actions a young person can take to look after their well-being with a balance of online and offline activities, evaluating the positives and negatives of social media? So just have a think for a minute and give yourself a number, write it down, between 0 and 10, 0 being not at all confident and 10 being extremely confident. So what do you think well-being means? There's a few words hidden under these icons, and it says, when someone is something and happy, they can face something, build strong something, and contribute to their community. So have a little, write down those 3 words. What do you think they might be? Pause the video while you write them down if I'm not giving you enough time. Okay, let's have a look. So when someone is safe and happy, they can face challenges, build strong relationships, and contribute to their community. A person's well-being can change at any time. Okay, that's an important thing to remember. So the next question, what do you think social media means? Again, we've got some icons covering up missing words. Technology that allows us to and share ideas with others, e.g. gaming, websites, and pictures. So have a little jot down of those 3 things that you think are missing in that sentence, and then we'll have a look. Again, just pause the video if you want to, if you need a little bit more time than I'm giving you. Right. Technology that allows us to communicate and share ideas with others, e.g. messaging, gaming, websites, videos, and pictures. Okay, so that's a definition, a meaning for social media. Technology that allows us to communicate and share ideas with others, e.g. messaging, gaming, websites, videos, and pictures. Okay, so it says, watch the first part of the video. I think, again, this will be just, there won't be 2 separate parts of this video. We'll just watch it all. It says, be ready to list some of the positives and negatives of social media. So maybe you could try jotting those down while you're watching, or just wait till the end and do that later.
Hey, I'm Ramel London.
And I am Jack Matthew. Bam.
We're going to blow your mind.
We're going to blow your mind.
But Jack, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm really, really well.
Good.
And do you know what? I was thinking about social media. It can be a big part in many people's lives. And also for a lot of people, it's a major way for them to express themselves. Handling it all can be a lot of pressure.
That is so true. And you know what? This can mean pressure on our mental health and our well-being too.
Social media can definitely have its downsides, like falling out with friends or seeing something online that makes you worried or sad.
And sometimes we forget that social media isn't real life. It's easy for someone to think they're seeing the perfect person or even the perfect life.
You can socialise and meet new friends there. I can talk to all of my mates and my family, even though I'm not with them.
Gives me creative ideas for art.
Helps come up with new inspiration for like dancers or acting.
For like news accounts, so that it makes me more aware of what's going on around the world.
I've been able to contact people which I'm not really in contact with.
If you post a picture and people are like commenting, it does kind of make you feel good. When a person unlikes your photograph, it can make you feel like really like self-conscious.
If you know all your friends are in one place and you just haven't been invited, it's going to make you upset.
In my group of mates, we don't really speak about body image much.
It's a touchy topic because people can get really defensive.
There's no one way to look, there's no perfect way to be.
Sometimes it can be a lot to deal with, but it's not always about feeling good.
See, it's about getting to know your emotions and that they fit the situation that you are in.
And that's why you need to take care of yourself.
You're not even lying. Some of that self-care goes a long way.
Just cut off, listen to a bit of music, put my headphones on.
Watch podcasts.
I like to take a lot of baths. Sleep makes me really happy.
I want to show you who I am inside.
Once I start singing, it's like all my negativity disappeared.
I draw what I'm feeling and just focus on the present and what I'm doing right now.
I write everything that's on my mind at that certain point in time.
It's a nice way to like keep track of your mental progress and just how you're coping.
Exercise just makes me feel better because I can take my mind fully away from it.
You feel like better about yourself because you know that you've done something good for your body and for your mind.
Ballet and dance is just, it's special to me. I wouldn't really know what to do without it.
I go out into the garden and I just listen, hearing all these different sounds. It's nature. I've had sessions for like breathing techniques. You breathe in positivity and then you let all the negativity out and it just makes you feel so much better.
It's all about sharing our experiences and challenges to get us ready for whatever life throws at us.
That is right. So, get involved.
Get talking.
And get others talking too.
Pow!
Hit the chill.
See ya.
Okay. So, what's that? Okay, so let's move on. Right, so social media and well-being. How could social media make people feel? So we want some positives, 2 or 3 positives and 2 or 3 negatives. List can you list, it says, the same amount of positives and negatives? So if you've got 3 positives, maybe think of 3 negatives. So pause the video while you have a go at that. So how could social media make people feel positive things when you've got people like something that you shared? Makes you feel like you're connected to your friends, possibly if you're missing them, especially in lockdown. Negative things, some people might read something unpleasant about themselves if somebody's being unkind on social media. So have a think about all of those things. Okay, so these are questions for discussion, and probably if at school we're going to discuss them as a group, but if you've got somebody at home that you could discuss these with, that would be great. So it says, why is it important to balance online and offline activities? Why do you think there are age restrictions for social media? And a challenge discussion question to think about. What advice might be given to a person who is upset or uncomfortable about something they have experienced online? Okay, so have a think about those things. We'll move on. Okay, we're going to watch the second part of this video. And it says, look out for action. Oh, I think we've watched the second, sorry. They say watch the second part. Let me just check and see if we've already watched this bit. Yeah, it's the same video, I think. Sorry, we're going to move on because that when they say watch the second part, it happened with the last one. It's actually just one video. Okay, so this is your task. It says action plan. So the action plan is a week for a child of your age, let's say somebody who's 10 or 11. This person can be you, or it could be a person that you've invented. It says the plan should include at least 2 actions per day, include online and offline actions, consider the pupil's likes, dislikes, daily routine, and how to have a healthy, balanced lifestyle. So you want to make yourself a little grid. So you've got a name, age, describe the person in a sentence. Again, it could be you or just an imaginary person. So you want a balance of online and offline activities. So online might be playing a video game, and then the second action, which is not offline, could be going to the skate park. Okay, so then the challenge at the end, when you've done that, is to explain why your plan might help them feel good. So I want you to stop the video whilst you have a go at that activity, and then have a think about that afterwards. Okay, so this are some ideas that you might have included in that activity. So the offline ideas would be exercise, listen to music, sleep, singing or making music, writing, drawing, breathing techniques, spending time with friends or family, spending time outdoors. Online ideas bank, using the online world to do a sport or physical activity, learn a new skill, connect with friends and family, discover new music, play games, make or create, eat good food or cook new recipes, slow down and relax. I don't remember if I told all of you this or whether it was my class Zoom, but I did say at the beginning of this third lockdown that I was going to learn to play the guitar. And actually I found loads of online teachers that are free on YouTube. So I'm actually learning to play the guitar online, which is great. Okay, well-being and COVID-19. It says, make time for having fun and doing things you enjoy, a mix of online and offline. Online or offline, connect with friends and family and let them know how you feel. Eat well, do some exercise, and try to get good sleep. Have a break from screen time. Find things that help you feel calm and relaxed, online and offline. Arranging to spend time with friends or family. Obviously, it's difficult to spend time with friends and family, but you could make arrangements for sort of the later in the year, maybe, or you could set up a Zoom call with your whole family. That's quite a nice thing to do. So have a think about all of those things that you need to do to look after your own well-being during this time. Okay, we're nearly at the end. So The final thing you need to do, it says, how confident are you in, do you remember we did this at the beginning of the session, stating what well-being and social media mean, describing actions a young person can take to look after their well-being with a balance of online and offline activities, evaluating the positives and negatives of social media. So have a look at the number you gave yourself at the beginning and see if you've given yourself a higher number now between 0 and 10. Okay, this is a scenario for you. Ask a friend, it says. A year 7 pupil has been given a mobile phone for their birthday. What advice would you give to them to support their well-being? I just want you to jot down a few bullet points. A year 7 pupil has been given a mobile phone. What advice would you give them to support their well-being? Have a think about what advice you could give them. Okay, and it says at the end, people can struggle with well-being at different times in their life. If you're worried about it, or if a lack of positive well-being is making things difficult, you can speak to a trusted adult or ask them to make you an appointment with your GP. And then again, we've got all of the contact information for Childline there. At the very bottom here, this is really interesting. Please have a look at this website. I'll put a link to it on Google Classroom. bbc.com/ownit. Now, Ownit is a really, really useful app to have on your phone because I will do some more on it next week. I think we'll have another lesson on internet safety, but Ownit is a really good app which helps you manage your social media. I won't go into all of it now because I'll teach you about it next week, but can you just have a look at that? Because it is really, especially I want your parents to have a look at it as well, because it's really, really a good thing to have on your phone, especially when you're in sort of year 6, 7, 8. So have a think about that, please. Okay, let's just go back. Okay. Right, so hopefully you've learned a few things and you've taken part in those activities. We'll do some more work on internet safety because it's really important, but the real message from this lesson is to make sure that you maintain a really good balance of time spent online and time spent doing other activities that don't involve being online, okay? And I know it's difficult because a lot of you are stuck at home and there's a lot of things that we can't do at the moment, but it is really good. It's really important that you keep a good balance and that you're not constantly online and start, making judgments and decisions based on what you've seen on social media. Okay, see you for, I think, what else are we doing this week? Friday afternoon activity, probably. I'll see you. All right, goodbye.